Okay, I'm going to just give you a quick review of what my batching software does. This is running on FileMaker Pro 16, running on Windows 10 machine. And all I have to do is just pick out a mix design that I have and put the yardage in. I put 3 yards in. And then I'll come down and pick out a sand moisture and a amount of water. And then a couple different add mixes if I'm going to use them or not. And it puts all that information down here in target weights and target amounts of accelerators. These are scale 1 and 2, and then these are the add mixes in gallons. But it puts all that information in there, and then all I do is I hit export to batcher, and then it comes over here and pops up on my batcher with the invoice ID. So it exports the invoice ID and all the batch weights, and then all I do is hit use invoice, and it brings up, here's the amount of water, here's the amount of air, here's some accelerator and other water reducers, here's how much cement out of cement 1 bin goes and out of the fly ash bin, and then here's my aggregates. Drops this much sand on and then this much red rock, and then I just got 2 scales that it reads, and then it reads my water meter and the different add mixes, and it's all based off this invoice number. And it's 20 below out, so I'm not going to be loading anything, but you can hit load scales and cylinders and it'll queue up everything, but it won't start discharging it in the truck. And then if you hit load truck, it'll discharge it. So that's how that works. And then there's also different bin configurations, so I can go bin configurations. You can set them up for different setups. I have to exit out of here to show you that. I'll show you that in a second. But that's the basics of it. And when it's done batching, I can come back over to this computer and hit import from batcher, and it brings the actual batch weights back into FileMaker. So really all I need is just a batch controller. And then what there is there's an Opto 22 input and output cards. These are my outputs that come from the computer to control my belts and my hoppers, the bins, and turn on motors and turn off motors. And then this is my inputs, which your water meter and your different add mixtures, and they're just an Opto 22 with the ribbon cable on it. And I got 2 cables coming into 2 Opto cards that are on the back of the computer.